Hey everyone, it's Nathas. Today I'm going to be running a bronze event for SolForge Fusion on the Steam client. So it's been a little bit since I've actually jumped on stream or run any events. Well, I guess I technically ran an event earlier this week that I had to leave a little early, just because unfortunately I had a scheduling conflict, but Gaming helped me finish that out. But this will be the first event that I'm officially able to participate in since PAX or PAX East. I almost called it PAX Unplugged. So that was a ton of fun. In between rounds, I'll definitely try to talk a little bit about that, but it was awesome to see a ton of new players getting into the game and such. But today is the last event on the first invitational circuit for the NathasGaming constructed circuit. So today there's a lot of people trying to get their last qualification points. And I guess technically, if there's a lot of people who are close, maybe I'll be convinced to run something tomorrow as well. But I know it's like right at the end of the month. So we're doing 4 invitationals this year, once every 3 months. So this will be a fun event. I'm running a double Steeleye researcher deck, which will be a lot of fun, and I'll put that on the screen now while we're getting the event set up. So thank you for tuning in. There we go. Hey, how's everyone doing?
Doing well. How's it going?
Good.
Doing good.
$15 so far. Let's see how many people are signed up. $18. Nice. It looks like, well, 17. So it looks like Ankh had to drop.
Oh, nice.
But then I know if Cardboard Newt hasn't already joined, okay, they did, because they were like, oh, maybe if it's odd or even. So they joined, which is good. And then Namrog mentioned that he will be able to join probably after round 1. So we got a good crowd today, which is awesome.
Right on. Everyone's fired up from this morning's match.
I'm so sad that I couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fun.
I am so tired.
Yeah, we got some Australian players in. That was.
So did you do both? Or I guess technically the one this morning and now?
Yeah, I sure did. I'm using the half deck that I got from this morning's to play in this one, so
Oh, congratulations.
thank you. They gave out a lot of half decks, which was real cool.
That is really cool. Are they set 1 or set 2?
That's a good question. I did not actually check.
I think it's set 1.
Yeah, I think it's set 1.
Nice.
I didn't see anything from set 2. Yeah. Very oppressive if it rolls right.
So we got 15 in here so far, 16 out of. Let me just double check if anyone else has jumped in. Actually, yes. We got someone else jump in as I removed Ben, because I was like, oh, like if he's out, I just want to make sure I saw the exact number of people. And then it's back up to 18 again. So that's awesome.
Nice.
I don't know about anybody else, but this is my first event.
Oh, awesome.
You're welcome.
Welcome. So yeah, I'll go through like kind of all the details right before we get started. But through the
You're
event,
not the only one who has no idea what they're doing.
But yeah, through the event though, if you have any questions, and this is like one of your first events, or even if it's not, you could always jump into the voice chat that I'm in, and I'll always be happy to answer. And I know everybody here who's been playing a lot of events is always going to be willing to help. So we could all walk you through any questions you may have.
Well, I just hope nobody had their sights set on last place, because that is mine.
Oh, no, that's Cardboard Newts actually.
Oh.
My good friend Owen.
Well, if you get there, I'll call you a cheater.
All right, so we'll give it another minute or so, and then I'm gonna try to figure out who the last 2 are missing are. actually looking now.
Don't mind me just choking on a cookie.
All right, so I see.
As one does.
So I don't see Carly.
Get the choking out of the way now.
And let's see who else we're missing.
I mean, at some point, that's all I do. That's how that works, right?
There you go.
And I actually, honestly, this is really like exciting, is that there's a lot of names that I don't necessarily recognize to the Discord name, which means there's a ton of people who are like joining these events that haven't been on these a ton. So it's like, it's awesome to see a whole new crowd and a bunch of people joining these. 18 people as of right now for like an event on a Saturday night, which is great stuff to see. So I'm
Sunday
just
morning for some of us.
true. Yeah, you're right. On Easter for you.
Well, I'm here because I don't have a life.
All right, so I'm gonna say a couple names that I don't recognize to see if I could figure out who the last person is that's missing. So let's see them. Is Hayden Matchett here?
Well, there's one.
I was gonna say, did I no scope it on the first one? Does anybody know who Hayden Matchett is in terms of their Discord information?
Oh.
We got somebody typing.
Oh.
That's me.
I'll get him in.
Oh,
Give me a
that's
second.
Voma. Oh, perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, it's Roma. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
All right, so then the last person we'll be missing otherwise is Carly. And that's Rakdos Unleashed, right? Or I guess XQ or Q something.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, if it's the Q something, that's her. Carly, is I guess what that spells. Hey.
All right, so I just messaged her, and then we are getting in our last participant as well, Voma. Awesome. All right, so it looks like we got, let me just count one more time. 1, 2. All right, so we have 17 of the 18 here. I just messaged Carly as well, but I know she's played in events before, so if she misses kind of the startup stuff, it's not the end of the world. So first of all, welcome to tonight's event. So we're playing a bronze event tonight. So that means any deck that is unranked or bronze is legal. So anything that's above bronze you get by winning events. So if you are brand new to joining the tournaments and stuff, you don't have to worry about deck legality. Anything that you have is legal. So in terms of today's event, it's going to be 3 rounds. So I know obviously we have more than 8 players, but just for the sake of it being very early for some people, very late for some people, also having it be a holiday, we're going to limit the event today to 3 rounds. But if there's any undefeateds at the end, I guess I'll work with them to see if they either want to do a top cut or something that actually NathasGaming suggested to me earlier this week was if there's any undefeateds, I'm also cool if they just kind of want to call it a split, if they don't want to do a top cut as well. So at the end, I'll speak with anybody who is undefeated at the end of the 3 rounds, and then we could figure out kind of from there how we're going to move forward with that. But for each round, it's going to be 50 minutes. So everybody is signed up on the SolForge Fusion website for this event. When I start the round, the timer for the event will be on that website on the pairings page. So you can keep an eye on it there, and I'll do my best to try to post inside of the general chat here when the round starts and kind of give a little bit of a reminder in terms of like, hey, there might be 30 minutes remaining or so on. But overall, if you just follow the flow of the game on the Steam client, it'll go through any rules questions you have, obviously, because the client does it for yourself. Because I know in the past when we used to play on Tabletop Simulator, we would have to go through, if anybody had a rules question, they would jump into a chat. So the one thing is, if your game crashes for any reason, what I would say is start the game over and try to do your best to finish a game in the 50 minutes. But at the end of the 50 minutes, if your game does not get finished, just let me know and we'll figure out how we're going to handle that situation. I will say that so far, I have not had that happen in any of the events that I've run. I think it only happened in the first event that Stoneblade ran like a couple days after the client release. So I don't think we have to worry there, but I just want to make sure that everybody's aware that if something does happen, we will figure it out at the end of the round. So other than that, just make sure obviously you play the same deck every round. And then for the players who are new, who haven't done one of these tournaments before, so basically what you're going to do is when we start the round, I'm going to read off the table names. So it might be like myself and Cardboard Nude at table 1. So whatever table you're in, you'll go to that table chat and the voice chats here, and that's where you'll meet with your opponent to be able to organize how you start your game. There are some players, I think at least one has reached out to me saying that they might not have voice chat today, but because we are playing on the Steam client, I know voice chat is not absolutely necessary. So you just might have to do some text chat back and forth to get started. And then what you'll need to do is just make sure that you friend your opponent on Steam and then just start a friend battle, and that's how you'll get into it. So if anybody has any trouble getting into the game, just let me know or let your opponent know, and we could kind of work through getting it in. So with that, does anybody have any questions? Okay, perfect. And then the last thing I'll mention, so I've been running basically a SolForge circuit, starting the beginning of this year. So every event that I run gets submitted to a leaderboard. So if you've seen my post for the events, you'll see that there's like a Google Sheets leaderboard. So every event through the first 3 months of the year gets fed into an invitational. So if you earn at least 8 points in the events for the first 3 months, you'll be entered into that invitational where there'll be prizes and stuff for the participants. So today is one of the last opportunities to qualify. If there are enough people who are like, I really, really want one more opportunity, I could try to find some time tomorrow to run one more event. But at the end of this month is when that qualification period closes, and then we'll start the next qualification period on April 1st. Yeah, April's the next month. So with that, it looks like someone else just jumped into the thing, so I just want to make sure we do have one other player. Let's see who it is.
Is that Carly?
No. So
no.
Carly has
No.
not messaged me back, but we also are now up to 19, which is awesome.
Nice.
So whoever
Oh,
just joined,
thank
if you have any questions once we start round 1, I'm happy to walk you through any questions that you have. And then after round 1, there's also a good chance that we might have Namrog joining us as well. So we might have a very, very large crowd today, which is really good to see. So
beautiful.
with that, I'm going to refresh this one last time. Because Carly has not responded to me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop her from the event. And then if she shows up or says, hey, I do want to play, I could add her back in with no problems. So that's what we'll do just for the sake of not having a random like buy and then her also not being available. So I'm going to drop her from the event and then I'm going to start the pairings.
Sam, could you say again when the first invitational is?
So the first invitational, that's actually once everybody is qualified, I'm going to work with everybody who has qualified to find a date that works for everybody.
Oh, you didn't say. Okay.
So it's going to be after March 31st, is when the qualification period closes. Then I'll probably just do a Discord message or a Discord thread with everybody who's qualified. And honestly, I've been thinking about potentially running it as a weekly league where it might just be like a couple weeks where you get the opportunity to schedule with your opponent. That way
Awesome.
It kind of accommodates everybody from all the different time zones versus kind of just doing it where it's like one time and if you don't miss it or you don't make it, you miss it. So I'm going to work that out with everybody once the qualification period has closed. Because if everyone wants to do it on one day, I'll do it that way. If everyone wants to do it as a league, we'll make that happen too. All right. Awesome. So I am going to do one last refresh and we got 18 people. So I'm going to start the event.
All right, so when do I lose?
All right, so pairings are up. So we have Jed versus Gorman at table 1. We have David versus me at table 2. We have Rodrigo versus Carl Testa at table 3. We have Sam versus Graydon at table 4. Thomas versus Warren at table 5. Colin versus Todd at table 6. Paul versus Nate at table 7. Karasu Gaming or Karasu Gamma
Karasu.
versus Karasu, perfect. Versus
Karasu.
Karasu. Versus Tyler at table 8, and Aaron and Hayden at table 9. So good luck, everybody. And once everyone's in the rooms, I'll start the timers. And if anyone has any questions, just feel free to shoot me a message or jump into my voice chat.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? How you doing?
I am good. It is now just after midday over here, so it's all good.
Did you do the morning tournament as well, or?
No, I was asleep for that.
Nice. And so I just have to do
All good.
a bunch of the round starting stuff.
Yep.
If you want to friend me on Steam, you're welcome to start that process.
Oh, we're already friends, I think.
Oh, are we? Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I joined late in like the first tournament I joined, I think.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that actually, I remember
Yeah.
that now that you mention it. All right, so let me
He's fine.
now get back to this. And also, so typically when I play events, I stream. Are you okay if I stream our game? It's if you.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
100%.
Um,
That's fine.
So it looks like everyone.
It's live, right? I'll check your hands.
Yeah, go.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
If you do it,
Oh,
it is what it is.
Oh, no.
All right, let's see. So it looks like one person or two people are missing, actually. So let me just check that before we get started. So we're missing Namrog, who's loading the version now. And then table 3 is Rodrigo. So worst case, I'll double check with Carl to make sure everything's good in a minute. But I'm going to start the timer. All right, cool. I'm ready when you are.
Oh. I'll send the invite.
Perfect.
I'm trying out a new deck today. I haven't
Nice.
played it yet.
That's awesome. Is there one that you're excited about?
It's like breakthrough heavy. That's basically it.
Nice.
Yeah, and
That's sick.
I haven't played with Turnabout before either, so I'm excited to see that.
Turnabout is such a good card. Oh no, I don't like to see that at the start. I think we have to go this first, but where do I put it is the question. You know what? I'm gonna regret doing this, but I'm gonna put this in front of your Thunderstorm. I was hoping you wouldn't pump it. All right, so now what's the plan? So this card is good, but I feel like I need to upgrade this. You know what? We're gonna do the upgrade route.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm running a double Steeleye deck. Uh-oh. This is terrifying. Huh.
Godzilla got an 8.
He does. I feel like I'm ready to die to this Thundersaur.
I might just drop this here.
Yeah. And it's got breakthrough, you monster. No. All right. I really hope that I get something to get rid of this. Otherwise, I'm screwed. You should deal the damage to the Thundersaur, please.
No, no, I'm not that nice.
I had to try.
Oh, I'm out of I'm out of play right now. I'm not really.
I feel like, unfortunately, I just
There
have to
we
do
go.
that.
Yep.
Like, I don't want to do that here, but I think that's
Yeah.
my only option. And it's mystical. Interesting. Then we have to go. I'm about to take a lot of damage.
Mm.
I think this might be too fast for me to keep up with, but we'll see. Okay, hold on. This might help. So start there. Play this here. I'll upgrade that.
Nice.
2 could play the breakthrough game.
Yeah. The 4/4
Oh yeah, because it gets the buff from the replacement of the gizmo.
replacement of the gizmo.
So it's definitely this. 9. So if that's gonna die anyway. I think I need to hit that and that.
Nice.
Start with. Yeah. Oof. That is a big boy. I was gonna take the damage, but now I have to make sure that dies.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. No. I was gonna replace
Ah.
that. There it is. God, shapeshift. Uh-oh.
Give you just something to think about on this side of the.
That is something to think about. I don't like that. So if I go this here, and then I do or no, that's not worth it. I think it's got to be this. Or no, actually.
This guy's gonna get big.
Yeah, but you could just buff it to make it a 6/6, which is terrifying. I just gotta hope
Oh,
that.
it gets worse.
Uh-oh. That is a lot worse. Okay. Is there any way this lives? And the answer to that is
No,
no.
undo. Undo. I need to make that kill it. 6.
1916. Trix is very dead. All right, so this at the moment won't die if I do this. 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna. Yeah, it's my best move here. At least prevent some breakthrough. Probably still not enough with that father. Unless. Well, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm. That thing just gets bigger and bigger.
If only I had a way to give it breakthrough. Well, I don't like seeing that because I have a feeling a big dino is coming right away. Now, this is risky because if you have the right removal, I think I'm just going to die pretty soon. But I hope for the best. No!
Hmm.
Although, actually, if it fights any of my big things, at least it dies too.
Yeah.
Or
I think
we
I've
just...
got to take out the armored druid here.
Makes sense. And those trade.
Yeah, those trade. You'll still have a wisp and a thing on the board.
Not my wisp. We'll go. Alright, so no matter what, this does not live. I could. See, I wish that Scythian experimentation worked the way it was supposed to, because then I could live. But it doesn't. So,
What's that?
so the Scythian experimentation, if it's upgraded, you make a gizmo, but the gizmo doesn't get made when you upgrade it right now. Technically, if I
okay,
upgrade
yeah.
the
I
experimentation,
mean.
I could make a
Yeah.
wisp. But at the same time, I think the best move here. We're still just going to play a tech upgrade. We'll deal 4 damage. We'll upgrade 2 cards. We still upgrade this, even though it's not going to help us. And we'll upgrade that.
Well, you've lost your level 3 drift, so I'm not too worried now.
That is true. I think we probably start with this though. What's your ability? Dark Forge Drain. No. All right, so we'll do this. We have to. I can't let that live.
Yeah.
reason to pump the board now. No. Uh-oh.
Oh, I could have dark forged it. Oh well.
I guess either way, it's going to have the same effect, whether you dark for. Oh, because then this would have died. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to die to this. Let's see. So what do we do? If I do this first. I just can't risk it getting any bigger. I can't believe we're getting out of this alive.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Leyline
Just put-
Vermin.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I'm not in a good, like an amazing spot or anything,
Yeah.
but I'm technically still alive. I guess we could gain some life, so maybe I'll be able to put enough pressure. This will be wild.
Oh, under. No. I think I got it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to kill you this round, but I definitely got leave it there for now.
You just helped me a lot.
Oh no.
So if you do it there, I can't kill them both.
Yeah. That kind of screws me a little bit.
Okay, so you get that block, which is nice.
Yeah, I got that blocked, yeah. Oh,
What just
that was the
happened?
last round.
Oh, no
That was the
way.
last round.
I did not even notice
Oh.
that.
I didn't notice it either.
Because did you have any way that could have done anything to take less?
Not with the charger like that. I think you
Okay.
had me anyway.
Dang. Yeah, because like I was like, what the hell just happened?
I had a summoning council that could have dropped the last round, but not enough health to block, and it wouldn't have been aggressive. I would have been eaten. Yeah, that's cool. Pushed it right to the limit. Still a lot of level 3 cards go back and forth.
I know that
You
was
got
an
a clutch,
insane game.
Leyline.
Yeah, if I didn't have
got
that
a
ley line,
clutch
I was
ley line.
dead. Like I genuinely was like, "There's no way I'm out of this." And then I saw the ley line. I'm like, "Holy shit! I might actually get out of this." Wow, that was an amazing game. Your deck is very scary. Like I think both times that I hit ley line were the only reasons why I was saved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, your deck
You know
is
what?
awesome.
That mistake with the Dark Forge, possibly when I could have, if I hit it that turn, I may have got it. Not sure.
Oh, actually, because if you did the Dark Forge, you
I
give
would
the
your
buff, you
creep.
kill my thing, and then you are able to use your
That-
stone skin to kill something else instead.
Yeah,
Oh, that would have been real close.
yeah.
I think that I don't know if I had anything in my hand that could have lived through if you had Dark Forged first. Although
And with that ley line, you barely got it as well.
I
That
know,
level 3 Thundersaw, it was just like so close.
I know,
If that stays on the board, it's game over. I think.
I agree.
What?
Ooh, yeah,
That's so close.
I do
Nah, I
think
don't
that
feel bad.
the odds are that you probably win if you did the Dark Forge, which I feel really bad about.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right. I don't mind. That's just it's like we both didn't even notice it was the last final round either.
Oh, I
Yeah, that's good.
know, because both of us were so
Yeah.
like just drawn into the fact that like this was just a wild back and forth. But yeah, I do think that with the Dark Forge, you probably get there.
Yeah, it changes the dynamic a bit more at the that next round.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all good. I'm happy
But
about that. That was
what I
yeah,
will say is
that
you
was
played
well
that very well. And the thing is, the decision not to activate the Thunder Stomper is the right decision in every situation, unless I have the Utera Charger in my hand. So it's like I think that you made the right
played.
call,
Oh
and it was just unfortunate because if I had like a tech upgrade or something that could have dealt damage, doing the extra 2 could have put that into range. So it was just like I had everything I needed. Unfortunately, it
yeah,
just
yeah,
like I
yeah,
got
yeah. The
very
Terra
lucky.
Charger. Even if I yeah, if I had activated it, you've only got 1 kill out of it, and you still would have had Oh yeah, would have switched the board up a little bit, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess
yeah, you would
technically
have had
because
just played a
it's
different order.
yeah. It just I guess if it wasn't the last turn there, it would have not like I
Would have
guess
been really
yeah.
close.
Oof, wow. But if anything, this was a very great game. Like this was one of the more back and forth games I've played in a very long time. So this was a lot of fun. I'm really sorry about the
You're
Dark Forge thing.
Ah, it's fine. I delayed it because I wanted the extra spell from the next turn to get an extra couple of damage,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably the not better play to do. But anyway,
The thing is, I always sit on the side of activate later because of the fact that you never know what's going to happen. Like if I were to draw like a
yeah,
Botania mate or something, that kind of helps you get around it.
yeah.
But I guess the argument for is that it guarantees the kill on the Steeleye, which you didn't have otherwise. Because
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't think I had that many spells to we activate anyway. I think it was only like 3 or 4 that I had played total.
oh,
Maybe if
okay.
that. Like it was pretty low. I wouldn't have killed the Steeleye with it. I think it only buffed it with
really?
8 in the end.
Okay. That might be the case then. That would make sense. Whew. But if anything, like that deck is scary. I think that if we play that game like 3 times, that you win 2 out of 3. Like, wow, that's
Yeah, I let your Drix sit there for a little bit too long, I think. I
Yeah.
didn't quite pull a right removal, and I couldn't get the my first hand was like Utera Charger and Thundersaw and Pack, and I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna buff this because it's the big threat
wow, yeah.
rather than anything else.
The thing is, it was the right choice because if I didn't have a way to deal with it, which honestly I put a lot of resources into trying to kill that Thunderstorm.
Yeah,
Like if that's the kind of thing that just wins a game. Like if you throw a Thunderstorm out
Yeah.
and make it big early, it's just like if someone
Like-
doesn't have the removal, they just die.
like there's one deck that I've got that's built around Darkforge Drain tier 1, but it's got what's the Revler that brings in you can play a spell. They play a spell.
Reveler.
At Talazan as well to play extra cards. So it just build. It's like play as many spells in the first cycle as you can, and pull Thundersaw and buff it, and hopefully you win by then. If they can deal with it, you're kind of screwed. Which I don't like about. I feel like this one's got so much more push.
It really has
takes
a
a
lot
lot
of
more.
push. Like, hold on, let me open it up real quick to take a look at the full list. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of push in this deck. Like the Rex being able to buff your Thundersaur and do like a battle. You got the Pax Blessing. You've got the Stone Skin.
Oh
You've got
yeah,
the
you
Vine
knocking out the
Lash.
Rex when I was gonna pull in the Thundersaur, the last one.
Yeah,
That
I
is-
got I got real lucky there. 'Cause it's like it just like I had like again, if I didn't have the Botanimate or if I didn't have the Leyline
Yeah.
Vermin, it's just like I just had every lucky one of answer every time I needed it. It's just sometimes the game just force feeds you some cards and it's like, here you go. Here's everything you could ever want.
Yeah.
But even like that Rhymehorn Charger with the Thundersaur Thunderstomper combo, like there's a lot of nasty stuff in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, I also with the Flamebreak Invoker, I was like, oh, if this was just leveled enough, I can push the breakthrough here too.
Oh, I know. That card, I always undervalue it. And every time I play it, I'm like, this card's insane. And like, it's like one of those cards, it's like I almost have to force play in cycle 1 just because of how
Yeah.
good it is.
It's so level gated as well.
Yeah.
Like it.
Oof. Awesome. Well, it looks like there's only one match left. So we could hang out here until it's
Yep.
over if you want to jump back into the main chat.
Oh,
else.
we can go main chat. That's all right.
Yeah, but this was a lot of fun, and I would love at some point to play against this deck again because,
Oh yeah, for sure.
like, literally, my heart was racing towards the end of that game. Like, that was really, really good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, it was really fun to play.
Yeah. Well played. That
Yeah.
was fun.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Ooh, I missed a ton of messages from Cardboard Newt in the Twitch chat, so sorry about that, Cardboard Newt. Congratulations on not meeting Owen today. So it looks like Cardboard Newt won their first round. Dino diff. Yeah, dinos tend to, in Cardboard Newt's opinion, push the game to the max. And they were like, no dinos, dino diff. But yeah, I do think that the deck and Cardboard Newt mentioned reminded them of their Shard King when they played it with Dark Forge Drain. I agree. Like, that was a very aggressive, very scary deck. So that was a lot of fun to play against. I think I got lucky there, and I do agree with the discussion that we were having that if they used their Dark Forge Drain the turn before the Steeleye, I do think that it potentially could have flipped the game at the end. But both of us were like really startled at the end when it got to cycle 4, turn 3. So that was a very good game, and I'm probably going to watch that one back because I'd love to see kind of how that kind of ended and how that Dark Forge Drain would have impacted things. But yeah, that was a great game. So we've got 17, 18-ish minutes left in the first round. It looks like there is one game left to go. But yeah, I really wish that I had the opportunity to play in the starter deck event this morning. It sounded like a lot of fun, and it's really cool that they were giving out some digital only decks to the participants. But just because like me and Liz had some plans for this morning, so we kind of ran a bunch of errands, stuff like that, so I just didn't have time to play in 2 events today. But it's really awesome that a few people actually did the starter deck event and then are playing tonight as well. But PAX was a ton of fun. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I, for the last week, haven't really done a lot of SolForge content or tournaments or things like that just because I partook in helping volunteer at PAX East for Stoneblade. So that was a lot of fun, and it was really great to see the game growing. So basically, we were there demoing both the digital client as well as the physical game and really stressing the fact that you could use your collection both digitally and physically. And the people who came by the booth were all like really, really hyped about the game. Like if I'm not mistaken, there was like hundreds of people who wishlisted the game on Steam throughout the weekend, which was really nice to see. And a lot of people who played the game, they loved the demo. There was a ton of people who played the original SolForge who were like, saw the sign and were like, oh my goodness, like it's back. And then we demoed the game with them, and like a lot of people really loved it. So it was great to see kind of the game continuing to grow. There was some really, really cool bundles that they were selling, including like the Yeti playmats, which actually sold out before the end of the event, or the end of the convention, which was really cool to see that like there was so much demand that literally at the end of the event or the end of the convention, there were people kind of waiting around for the booth to close so they could buy the last 2 demo mats from the demo tables, because like people were that hyped about the play mats, the game, and the product of SolForge. So it was really fun to do. It's something where it was like very exhausting but very rewarding, just because it was like just a ton of teaching and showing off the game and bringing new people in. But it was a lot of fun, and I would definitely do something like that again. And it was really cool as well because Gambit, Carl, and then as well as Easy to Remember or Alex both also helped demo the game and helped out at PAX, which was really cool to see. Just a couple of us from the community really being able to help with the outreach there. So I think that Jurch and the Stoneblade team did a really, really good job with setting up that event and setting up that the convention there, and very excited to see kind of how things continue to develop in terms of conventions and events this year, because I think there's just a lot of really cool stuff going on with the new set coming out. We got Fuse Fest. I know Gen Con's in the books. Very excited for that. So there's a lot of really big things coming this year that I'm very excited about. So it's good stuff. And let me see if that last game is done. Looks like they are still going. So let me just post another time reminder. Actually, no, it hasn't been long enough to post a new time reminder, but yeah, so, and then today, obviously having a 20, I think it was 20, let me check, 18 person event today on a Saturday night is really nice to see. It's just great to see larger events, more people getting interested. A lot of people, this is their first event, which is really cool to see. And we actually have a lot of people from like SolForge or the Australian SolForge community joining a lot of these events. And it's really awesome to see the game making its way out there. So Squeaky for All, who's I just played, is actually from the SolForge Australia community, which is really cool that we're really starting to see a lot of people from all over the world jumping back into the game and having a great time with it. There's a little part of me that's like, oh, maybe I should have started a solo battle after my game ended in the round, but at this point it's too late for sure, because I'm definitely gonna have to end it before the round ends. But what I could do is just kind of show off the list a little bit that I'm playing today. So this is a double Steeleye Researcher deck, which has been a lot of fun to play. Honestly, this green half I got from a Grey Viking game sale, which those are really awesome to just help people find really cool lists. And then this blue half is one I opened like a long time ago, and it actually fell off of my account just with some sort of database error, and Stoneblade was able to help me get this back onto my account. Because honestly, I didn't even realize it wasn't there until the Fuse deck wasn't working in the client. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's not on my account anymore. But basically the goal of this deck is to make a ton of minions and make a ton of big things and just like really pump out large Steeleyes and use stuff like Utera Charger to really push damage. So obviously we have the Armored Assassin, which helps with the stealth. We've got Drix, which makes minions and makes your creatures bigger. So this is really good with Steeleye Researcher. The Rallying War Charger is one of the more fun cards in this deck, because obviously you replace a Gizmo, You get the rally trigger, you get the replacement trigger, and it just helps build your board even more. We've got the Armor Druid, which makes either Wisps or Oak Fathers, depending on which level we're in. We've got the Glow Hive, which is a little bit of a nice life gain. The Leyline Vermin, which actually honestly won me the game this last round because it could turn off abilities such as Breakthrough. We've got the second Steeleye Researcher, and then we've got just a lot of just big, aggressive life gain style creatures, such as the Stouthide Stegodon. We've got the Torgmai Guardian, which kind of acts like a mini Steeleye, and then the Terra Charger as removal. And then from the spell suite, when Scythian Experimentation works the way it's supposed to, it's really nice to be able to upgrade it with Tech Upgrade, and then be able to get an extra gizmo, which could be really, really strong on this list. We got the Warmonger mod, which gets us gizmos. We got the Lycian Rain, the Pax Blessing, the Botana Mate. So honestly, the green half here is kind of the special half, the one that kind of carries this deck a little bit. But then there's a lot of really strong cards in this blue half that help. And then having this Steel Rosetta as the Forgeborn is pretty key, because having Enhance to be able to level up something that you've missed, such as a new Terra Charger, Steeleye Researcher, and make a minion, just helps out a lot. Ooh, I heard some noise. Let's see if they're done.
That moment when everyone's waiting for the one game to finish.
Yeah, I might check in on them real quick just to let them know there is, let's see how much time is left on the clock, about 10 minutes left.
See, I don't know. I'm just going to
Breakthrough.
stick with it.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just a heads up, you guys have about 10 minutes, which is a
Okay,
ton of time.
we are
But
almost done
Yeah.
here.
take your time.
We're almost done.
All right.
Yep.
See you guys. All right, they said they're almost done, so we should be able to pair round 2 shortly. So yeah, basically I was saying this Steel Rosetta could just be really strong on this list, being able to make gizmos, mega gizmos, and then give all my creatures +5/+5. So that definitely just can be a house with the ability to just make a lot of your creatures, like your Drix bigger, your Armored Assassin bigger. It helps you make sure you always have a rally trigger for your rallying creature, and then it can really push out a lot of damage. Now this could be really weak to a lot of removal, so if they could just remove my threats, then I might be able to go wide with kind of a minion strategy, but it's not anything super crazy. But overall, it's a lot of fun to play. So I was really excited to give this a go again today. And I was clicking too much. I got to make sure that I keep my Steel Rosetta as my active Forgeborn, because that is the one it needs to be. So it looks like there's 2 people missing from the voice chat room here. I'm trying to see if there's anyone that I recognize not being here for when the last round starts.
Yeah, I think it was Hayden that just said in the voice chat room that he needs to drop.
Okay, so we have someone who dropped.
Yeah. He's put it in the voice chat hangout.
Okay. Oh, he put it in the
chat
text
room.
Okay, let me check that right now.
Man, what's Scuba Toad do to him?
That's such a weird place to write anything, honestly.
The thing is, though, it's
such a weird place to have it. Like,
yeah, it's easy
gonna have
to
a
just
chat
be
room
like
that.
All right, we're done.
All right, awesome. So
It
let's
was
see.
a long, epic battle.
It was.
All right, so it looks like VOMAA. So what was his full name again? I'm sorry, just to make sure I dropped the right person.
I believe it was the Hayden.
Yeah,
Matchett.
Hayden Matchett. So let me just make sure that their game is submitted. So I'll finalize the round, then I'll do the drop. So it looks like everyone else is submitted. So we'll finalize the round here. Before going to the next round, I'm going to drop Hayden. All right, perfect. now I'm going to move us to the next round.
So how many players is this now?
17. So there will be one bye.
Sure.
All right. So pairings are up. We have sorry, your name Karasu or Karasu? I just want to make sure I say it the right way.
Karasu.
Karasu. Perfect. All right. I will not forget it this time now. So Karasu versus Aaron at table 1. Warren versus Tom at table 2. Gorman versus Cardboard Nude at table 3. Nate versus Rodrigo at table 4. Me versus Carl at table 5. David versus Paul at table 6. Jed versus Colin at table 7. Graydon versus Thomas at table 8. And then Tyler has the bye. So good luck, everybody. I'll start the timer once everyone gets to the rooms.
Sam, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. Here, I'm just gonna shift my computer real quick. 1 minute.
No problem. I just also need to make sure that I think we have someone who's not back yet. So it's Nate versus Rodrigo. Perfect. All right. Everyone is in the rooms. Good.
All right, I'm back.
All right. What's up?
I'm okay.
Sorry, I'm just setting up all the round stuff.
No problem.
If you want to send a game invite, I should be able to
Okay.
find that in like 30 seconds. Timer started. Got the right deck up. And we're good to go.
All right. Good luck. Have fun.
Yeah, you too. Playing anything spicy today?
Should be pretty spicy. I had a really awkward matchup last game, so I'm playing this Darkforge Drain at cycle 2, and I was playing against the opponent had Ironbeard with Intimidate in cycle 2.
Oh,
so
yeah, this is crazy. This is your very, very nice Krogius Mantis Forge Seal list that I'm quite jealous of. But you paired a blue instead of purple. You're a monster.
yeah, just to spite you, really.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
All right, well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. But yeah, so put in a situation where whenever I Darkforge Drain in cycle 2, it's going to be immediately set to 0. So I was trying to think.
Yeah.
Can I bait? Can I bait a setting to 0 or?
Yeah, although I guess you basically just save all of it for cycle 2, and then in cycle 3 you use your enhance. But then that almost is counterproductive against your Krogius. So yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I think I definitely had a pretty clear misplay, where I had an opportunity to get some off-forge damage in.
Yeah.
But he had a, what did he have? A Grimgaunt Predator on the board that I could have, that I would have had to let hit me. And so then
that's brutal.
he would get a free destroy of my Darkforge Drain creature and then still have Intimidate left over.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But I should have I should have still gone and done the I don't know what to do here. I still should have gone ahead and done the damage because I eventually Dark Forge drained Krogius with the Mantis.
I see.
And
that's scary.
And if I had gotten that damage through before, I would have done enough damage in that turn. Okay.
Now I got a decision to make. You know what? Screw it.
Okay. Yeah. Whoops. Don't want to do that.
Oop, you already did it. Too bad. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, maybe I do want to do it. I guess I do. I do want to gain.
That's interesting.
Life.
You don't have to do it. I was kidding, by the way, when I said that.
No. I mean, well, it's either that or digitize. I mean, so I'd rather gain the life.
I agree. Between the two, that's definitely the better move.
And then I can do this before it gets crazy. But granted, you have another one. You have another one.
Yeah, I do. It would be a shame if I were to have it in my hand.
Ooh, gosh. Let's see, so probably gonna play at least one minion, potentially two.
Or it's all a trap.
All trap. It's always a trap.
Yeah, it really is.
Especially with you. I don't know. I don't like how this game is going, but
not what I wanted to see, but at least, or not the Drix. The Stegodon was the one card I'm like, oh, that's actually not good for me. But at least I'm able to get the minion out, kill your Gizmo.
Plus you have rallying in this deck, which is very much bad news for me.
So this is interesting. Oof, how do I want to play this? I want this to go there. I also want to do that. Oof. This is a tough decision that I think. So if I do this first, then I do that, then I do that. Yeah. I feel like this is greedy. Unless. Can I? I'm trying to see if I can have it all, basically. I don't think I can have it all, but we could still do a lot.
Oh my god.
Do I do this now? Yes. I don't think this was the most optimal way to play this hand, but it's still not a bad move.
Okay. Uh, and then let's. Let's just do this.
If I do this, that forces that.
Yep. Let's do this. Take 10 at the moment, or take 14.
Alright, so I think this is the right play. I'm going to lose a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, I think this is the move, unfortunately.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, actually, I don't know if I even need to replace here. So I could kill both of those. Yeah, I don't replace here. That actually makes things easier. I almost just wasted a gizmo.
Let's see. Hmm. Playing risky.
The sad part is I need this to die, which means I have to let my thing die.
Oh god. Now I'll see if I regret my choices. What did you have? Yeah, I regret my choices.
Oh no. This gets blocked. Or I do this. See, like, I'm terrified because, like, I want to try to be aggressive, but if I let this live and then you Dark Forge drain it, and then I have to take damage twice, that's going to be a lot of damage. I think.
Yeah, so that was my quandary last turn. Had Forge Seal, so I could have Dark Forge drained it, but
Oh
just
no.
the fact of being able to Botanimate it, like, it's just like
Yeah, I think we got to be a little.
big of a risk.
Yeah, I think Botanimate's scary. But see, the thing is, though, you could just immediately cycle 3, turn 1 Krogius, and no matter how much damage I deal, that could just be it. So maybe, honestly, I think I was supposed to put the 8 unblocked, because this way you block here, I deal 12 instead of 4. And, well, because Mantis would have been the Dark Forge drain, so you would have had a Bayou to block, and you would have got the push damage here. We'll see if this was too safe. I just gotta hope you miss the level 3 Krogius next turn. Okay. Alright, I see how it is.
Okay.
What's your ability here? Gizmo, upgrade a card, okay.
don't know what to do here.
At least this makes me think you don't have the windmill slam Krogius.
I don't have a windmill slam Krogius, that's for sure.
No. It's gonna be the second play windmill slam Krogius.
You gotta buff him.
Exactly.
Buff the Krogi. Buff Krogi boy.
The question is, what do I do? I want to do this second, but I have to do it first.
Okay. What is the better play at this point? Gosh.
Ooh.
Energy surge. Maybe I do.
Start.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, so if I do this, that is actually just enough. Do this. Do that. Ooh, okay. This is a hand.
Oh, this is horrible. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Big Gizmo. Upgrade Druid's Chant. I don't want to do it in this order, but I will. Yeah, just do this right now.
Oh, that Krogius. All right, so someone's got a Dark Forge Drain.
Wow, you had.
Yeah, I had a very strong hand.
Oh my god, you had both Steeleyes and Drix.
One Steeleye was from last turn, but I had Drix, Steeleye, the Warmonger mod, as well as a Pax Blessing level 3 as well. So it's like this hand was loaded. The thing is, you could at least basically block out.
Yeah.
And you could Dark Forge Drain something. Oh, 32. Holy crap. Leyline Vermin or Botanimate, I really need you for next turn.
Oh boy.
Huh. There's a few routes I could take this. This needs to get played. Which means let's start with this. For a second I was like, I may use an ability. What's happening? But it was just so it was highlighting one of the cards in my hand, which was like, what's going on?
Okay. Well, we're gonna play Electronet on that guy.
You're a monster. No, I'm just kidding. Uh-oh. Okay, so this is not going to be good. If I play this, I save myself 5 damage there. I take an extra. That's 4 to that one. That takes 28. I think it's got to be. Saves me a little more damage. Although, I could also push 5 more the other way. You know what? At this point, we got to play it risky.
Nice.
This next draw is going to be so critical. Oh, wait, no, I just die.
Oh.
I didn't even do that math because I forgot that both of them had breakthrough. Wow, what an ending. Great game.
Oh, good game. Oh my god.
Ooh. Yeah, that was so good. Yeah, the one
scary.
big breakthrough I could potentially deal with. The second one, I was just like, well, I gotta hope for the best. That was so good. Awesome. Well, great game.
Good game, Sam. Oh my god. Terrifying.
The
Just
casual 40-40. I just opened up my Twitch and Carbon New was just like casual 40-49 and was the last comment they made. I'm really upset that I was on the same wavelength there.
Oh, and Weekend is messaging me like, "What are you playing?"
No, that was awesome. Awesome. That was a great game. All right. Let me see how many others are left. We were second to last. So if you want to submit our game, I'll submit the buy game.
Okay.
And then there is Colin versus Jed at the last table. And then I have to make sure that I drop Thomas before the last round. All right. Honestly, I would say I initially had my doubts about that being paired with that deck because of the fact that it kind of kept your Forge Seal and Mantis back leveled, so you couldn't use the ability at level 3 quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But that was pretty nasty. That was good. So
this idea, right? This idea came from Core.
okay.
Yeah. He was like, I've been looking for a Utera deck like that one, and I want to do this with Steel Rosetta. And I was like, oh wow, that's like really more my style than
For
the
sure.
Cersei stuff. And I did one pairing of just a deck that I had that happened to have the Steel Rosetta abilities of Inspire and then Enhance. But then this Aloyan half I just opened this past weekend. That was one of the ones I got from PAX.
And you got the Energy Surge, you got the Tech Upgrade, you got the Synapse. So you have a lot of ways to upgrade without having to use Enhance level 3. So it's like you're basically going to get to cycle 3. As long as you upgrade Krogius once, you'll be able to likely get it to level 3 at some point during that cycle, as long as you draw it. So it's like you do have a good chance to still hit it, plus also play the Dark Forge Drain route. So that was sick.
Right.
Definitely versatile. I'm interested to see how this does against like a very, very aggressive list, though, because the one thing it's missing is that purple life gain in terms of like playing it in the purple half versus the blue half. But that being said, I think the Electronet was sick. I think the Energy Surge was sick. Like there was a lot of good stuff that was going on. But that green half, I am so jealous of. It's just like Lycian Rain, Botanimate, Forge Seal, Mantis, Summoning Council, Druid's Chance. Like, oh, everything is good. Like the only card I think that I don't want there is Combat War Tusk, and it's still a good underdrop because it's a 5/8. So it's like you don't have to play it the whole game, and then you just have a 5/8 if you need it.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So
and just like Druid's Chant is less like level 3. It just gaining 10 life can be huge.
That
and
was
like
so big during our game here. Oh, all the rounds are submitted, so that's actually jumped to the main chat.
All right, cool.
But great game. All right. Okay, so it looks like everybody's submitted.
It's always fun when the person running it is the last to finish.
Oh, I know, right? So there's one individual who wanted to drop. So let me finalize round 2. Let me just drop Thomas. Oh, looks like he dropped actually for us, which is good. So now we're down to 16, so there'll be no buys. So we're going into the last round. So after this last round, you're welcome to stick around and hang out. You're also welcome to head out. Probably within about 15-20 minutes after the event ending, I will have the updated leaderboard set up. If there's anyone who really, really wants to have an event tomorrow, just ping me a message. If you're like, hey, I'm really close to hitting the invitational and I really want to have one more event, I might be able to swing something for some point tomorrow if there's enough interest. But other than that, it was awesome to see us have, I think we had a max of 18 people during this event. I know we had 2 drops, but it was awesome to have 18 people during tonight's event. So with that, I'm going to start the last round. And then if you are undefeated at the end, just ping me a message, or I guess I'll also be able to double check the standings, but then we could determine if the undefeateds want to do a top cut or if they want to do it where they just want to split or however that's going to work. So we'll see how many undefeateds there are, and then I'll talk with them all at the end of the event. But thank you everybody for joining, and I'm about to do the final round pairings. All right, so we have Sam Lang versus Aaron at table 1, Warren versus Nate at table 2, Carl versus Tyler at table 3, David versus Karsu at table 4, Gorman versus Todd at table 5, Colin versus Graydon at table 6, me versus Rodrigo at table 7, and then Jed versus Paul at table 8. So good luck, everybody. All right, I'm just working on getting this round set up right now for anyone who is watching the stream. It looks like my opponent might not have a mic. So if that's the case, I'll just be able to talk through who, and actually there's a chance that there's someone who might want to join for the last round. Okay, never mind. They did not. So to say I could always drop and let them play. All right. So there's a lot of cards I want to see in this first hand that I'm sad that they are all together. But typically, I feel like Steeleye is one of the most important cards here, and then being able to then hit the Drix is great. But the Rallying and the Terra Charger are both insane cards that unfortunately I will not get to play in this specific round. But we'll go Steeleye here. And we'll go Drix. Ooh. A Sculptor with Shield Bearing. And a Dreadbolt. Oh, that is a great first play. I'm okay to take the 3, so we're just going to Drix, set up a Gizmo, be done with this turn. So here we're going to place with the Steeleye. Then we'll... You know what? Honestly, I don't really care about taking 3 damage every turn. I'm just going to drop that in open lane instead. And we're probably dropping Glow Hive or Guardian, depending on what gets played here. There's a part of me that wants to check the deck list to see what other removal I'm risking. Oh, an Epidemic here is sick. But part of me also just wants to keep it a surprise because we're having fun. I think here I Glow Hive just to gain some life. Likely Drix gets killed and then I deal 10. But it depends on what else they could have. The nice thing is, at least for some of these cards that I'm missing, I'll be able to upgrade them during cycle 2, which is nice. Electronet, okay, that was really good there. Into a Grimgaunt Predator, oh no. And I do not have an answer for that Grimgaunt Predator, which is terrifying. So I think I just need to spread my threats around. I'll probably do the Warmonger mod in the empty lane, the Lycian Rain in the lane all the way to the right. That way I potentially have a blocker for the next round, and then I assume the Grimgaunt Predator is going to kill the Steeleye Researcher. Especially because it's about to get buffed by +4/+4. Abyssal Banshee. That's solid. Do I Warmonger mod second? Yes. Even though now they know what's coming. It's the extra +1/+1 for something I'm going to replace anyway. Is not the biggest deal. Then granted, if they play something in this lane, I just drop the Warmonger mod in front of the Shield-Bearing Sculptor. Scar Pit's a good card. I'm interested to see what they're going to kill here. If I was them, I would kill the Steeleye. Yep. Alright, so we got a lot of minion generation as well as being able to upgrade that Rallying War Charger. So I think that's kind of the route we're going to take here. We got to do the War Charger second. I don't like starting with Lycian Rain here, but that's really the option. So then whatever lane we play the War Charger, we're gonna... I guess we have an extra gizmo too. It's a little unfortunate. Although one of the gizmos is going to go over the Blowhive. There. Okay. That will kill there if I don't do this. The War Charger is going to go here. I want to level this. This is too important. It's just my lanes were a little too full for this. They're going to be able to set something's power to 0. Probably the War Charger is my guess. they have a remove for this Wisp, that would actually be kind of nasty. Ooh. Close to remove for the Wisp. Okay. I need to basically have an answer for that Grimgaunt Predator next turn. Which, once again, I do not. So we're going to just need to do some replacements here. Get rid of my level 1 creatures, which I won't be able to completely do. So Steeleye is replacing one Gizmo. And then we'll see what happens as their second play. Or I guess their first play as well. Arrogant Drone. Alright, so I can't replace this one, is what they've kind of set up. Which means I do need to replace my other. Now, if I were to play... Oh. I feel like the Steeleye's got to come out second, and I kind of just want to upgrade the Stoutheid Stegodon, so it's not going to be unopposed. But we're just going to drop it in front of the Grimgaunt. So it's something that they could kill, I guess, if they really want to. Or, if I drop this here, these will be in line to trade. And then I just drop the Steeleye in front of the Grimgaunt. Let's go in here or here. We'll do it here. Now, if they have the level 2 Grimgaunt, that would be real nasty. Okay, Electronet's a thing. Dark Heart. Okay, I'm okay with the Dark Heart. Oh, they should have done the Dark Heart first. But we'll still just drop this here. We got a lot of kills, trades. Their really only option is to kill the Stoutheid Stegodon, which was expected for it to die. And we got Drixu Terra Charger, Steeleye Researcher. So we got some good cards here. I think we go Steeleye first. I'll move the War Charger. So we're probably not going to play Terra Charger here. So if we go Steeleye and then go Drix, make a Gizmo. I think I'm okay with that. Put the Drix in front of the Dark Heart Sorcerer. That way they kind of just bounce off each other. Ooh. Betrayer Herald of Fury. That's cool. Let's see what we're getting played here. I have a feeling we got a Dreadbolt coming. Although it's level 1 here. It's actually not as bad, because I know a lot of the good... Ooh. Does that kill anything? It does not. Yeah, so we definitely have to go Drix. Play the Gizmo here. We get our buffs. And then in order for this to die, that means my Steeleyes will both live. I will say this list is pretty scary to play against. There's a lot of removal. There's a lot of good stuff. That Grimgon's doing a lot of work. Allomancer, we got 3 mages. So we got, yep, Steeleye's gonna die. And then next turn they'll have down to 2 mages. Rallying War Charger, Warmonger mod, and make a Gizmo here is pretty sick. So we probably are gonna Leyline Vermin or Voltaic Prophet as our first play. We're gonna save the Mega from the Forgeborn ability, especially what's their ability here. Knockback is pretty solid, and they're gonna drone too, so we're gonna have to turn off the drone ability with the Leyline Vermin. I'm off Forge. So if I drop this here, I think I want it here because I want the bigger body. No, I want the bigger body here. So we're gonna drop the Gizmo. We're gonna Leyline Vermin. We're gonna turn off. Could move this if we need to. So it's gonna get +4/+4. So it's gonna become a 5/5. So it will kill their Allomancer if it doesn't die. So if they play a mage, I would probably kill the War Charger. But also, like, it's tempting to want to push more damage onto Drix as well. And they're able to give something -10 attack here. So they're going to Grimgaunt. They're going to push back my Steeleye. So we're going to be able to kill something. But we still... Mobility here. Rally. So this is going to put me in a relatively good board state. So whatever they kill... Probably Drix is my guess. I could also see the argument for killing the Steeleye Researcher, but now the Drix having another body, which now this is a pretty solid hand for me, and I think I kind of want to be greedy and make this Drix get +6/+6. I might regret it. No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna drop Drix. We're gonna drop a Mega here. I want to save that for next turn. Probably just do Terra Charger and kill the Grimgaunt Predator. Or whatever else they play, depending on if it's scarier. think I'm okay taking some Dark Heart damage. So we're gonna Terror Charger here. We'll kill the Grimgaunt Predator. Just to be safe in case they have removal. So if they block the 21, which is kind of what needs to happen here, then they're taking 25. Oh, I was not ready for a Runescar Pit. I'll say that. Now, granted, my board is gonna live, and everything on their side is gonna die. So that puts me in a pretty solid position. But they're only taking 8 this turn, which, if they Epidemic here, that could just be insane. Epidemics in their discard. Okay. I think that's like my only saving grace here. So if they could Epidemic level 2, and I take -5/-5, that kills a good amount of my board and just puts a lot less attack out. But in this situation, I probably drop the Stegodon. I don't want to waste Elysian Rain here. So one Drix is about to die. Or maybe not. Okay. So if I Armor Druid first, just to level this up so I can make an Oak Father next turn, then I could activate my Drix. And I also have my ability. So honestly, Elysian Rain might not be horrible. But I guess to start, so I guess it depends on what they play here. It's probably got to block this. They probably killed the Drix. Honestly, like, probably not the right move is to replace anything here. So now it's less damage in the front row, so I can't just get lethal. But it's just, ooh, Lucid Echoes. Okay. I wonder what they're killing. But I guess now I don't feel as bad Lycian Raining. But I probably assume that they have to kill. Yep. Then they activate to kill here, is my guess. I do think if I don't replace here, it's probably lethal that turn. So I can get my creatures +5/+5. Steeleye. Omega. I'm probably just gonna go Armored Assassin and then give everything the buff And hopefully that'll be lethal. Now they can move something too if they really want. They could also deal damage, but I think my best bet. Oh, wait, no. I almost forgot exactly what my move was because I said it like twice. I got pretty lucky how this game ended out because I just got everything I possibly could have needed. I feel like this deck has been giving me good draws today. But yeah, if that epidemic hit on curve, this just would have been over. Yeah, so right here, they could buff something up, get armor. Then I think at this point, just the stealth plus the 2 other bodies is enough to kind of finish this off. Okay, so that still blocks as much as possible. Awesome. Well, that was a great game. Definitely, they had the removal early, and it just felt like they missed it later in the game. Otherwise, I don't think I could have had the board state that I did. But this was a really good game. All right, now let's see. I'm getting some messages. Oop, and we were the last one, so let me open that. Submit that. And then go back into the main chat. All right, so it looks like everyone is submitted in this last round before I officially end the event. So it looks like it is. Let me just check the placing. So we do have 2 undefeateds, which would be Scuba Toad and Weekend. So I'm just gonna double check with Scuba Toad because I know Weekend already messaged what they are interested in doing for the end. So I'm just gonna talk to Scuba Toad real quick and see if they want to do a top cut. So I'll be right back.
Damage, but it just depends on the day.
Sure, yeah, like if you get a level 3 Apocumancer to stick or something going into a new round with Centetta's library down, like level 2, you can probably just like dome for 25 or so, or clear, wipe the board or whatever.
Yeah, especially since this one has Lysian Rain and Summoning Council. This version does.
Also, not to interrupt, so Scuba Toad, you and Weekend are the 2 undefeateds tonight. So it's up to the both of you if you want to do a top cut, if you want to split points, if you just want to say, hey, it ends how it ends. So if the 2 of you want to just quickly touch base on a message or something, just let me know. Because I know Weekend mentioned that he's happy to split if you are, but if you want to play, just let him know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I really care either way. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing, but I also wouldn't mind if he wants to split and take off. That's fine by me. Yeah. I'll connect with him real quick.
Sounds good. Yeah, just let me know. But no rush. But yeah, just let me know what you guys are saying. No problem.
Yep. And
all right, so I'm back. So the 2 of them are going to decide real quick. But either way, thank you everybody who joined tonight. We had a great crowd today, which was awesome. I saw some really, really cool lists too, which was really nice to see. So yeah, I hope everyone had fun.
Definitely.
Yep.
And for anyone in here who this was their first event, how did it go? Like, how did you feel?
Mostly well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I finished positively, so I'll take it.
Congratulations. Oh yeah, as of now, like, so granted the pairings are gonna change the rankings as soon as we do the final submission, but you're currently in either third, you're somewhere between third and ninth, but definitely positive. So congratulations.
Yeah, nice job.
Third and ninth is a wide range.
Well, the thing is, so you have very high tiebreakers, but the tiebreakers won't update until I finalize the round.
Sure.
Which I guess technically I could finalize the round as long as I don't start the next round. So we'll finalize this round here, and then I'm not gonna do a top cut or anything yet. So this now should be the final placings. So it looks like if we do a top cut, it's going to be between Scuba Toad and Cardboard and Nate. So Weekend, and then it looks like Cardboard Newt's going to end up being in third. Snow Hair is going to end up being in fourth. Karasu is going to be in fifth. Carl's going to be in sixth. Todd seventh. Me eighth. Graydon ninth, and so on down. But so fifth place, not bad for your first event.
I thought you said you were going to get my name right.
Did I say it wrong again? Karasu. I said it right, and then I hyped myself up and said it wrong. Karasu.
It's the Japanese word for crow.
I gotta keep saying it over and over again until it just sticks in my head. Karasu.
At least Nathas didn't steal your name.
That's true.
Wait, what happened?
We played because both of us are named Sam. So like probably like a year and a half ago, we were like, "Oh, let's play for names," and then
Our first game against each other.
And I don't think
stream.
I don't think you've ever beaten me on stream.
Not on stream, no.
So you've never gotten your name back.
Mm-hmm.
There can only be one.
Eventually, they might get the name Sam again, but we'll see.
One day.
Would that be one of the tournament prizes? You win the name Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, every time we've done that, I've horribly lost in that tournament.
Oh, yeah. And like even
so it's not
like
losing.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like even if like we have a matchup where like their deck is favored, it's just like I always have like the nastiest draws against them whenever we're playing in like anything official.
I think that actually is what happened last tournament too. Is like I had a deck that was super favored against you, and I just drew terribly and lost.
Yeah, or just be better.
Apparently, yeah.
No, but yeah, like it was definitely a really fun event though, and really cool again to see all this turn out and like a ton of people who are kind of playing their first events or their first few events. So just hope to keep seeing things continue to grow.
Yeah.
And actually,
I did learn something.
Oh, what's up?
I did learn something new about my deck.
Oh yeah.
So this is like I've been using my favorite fuse for this event, and I realized that 2 of my creatures have haikus that are haikus.
That's incredible. That's awesome. Nice.
Yeah, can't wait to see the haiku on the new ones.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah, if anyone wants to look through my deck, it's my Voltaic Prophet and my where is it? That's the other one that didn't.
Well, I learned something new today, and that is that a shambling stitcher is a terrifying thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I never thought about it before. You just bring back all 3 of them. Sure, why not?
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah. This is my Voltaic Prophet on my Bone-Scythe Reaver.
All right, let's see.
It's a 5/6/5 and then a 5/7/4.
That's incredible.
I had a shambling stitcher at 100 brilliant with my Mad Lab.
In the balance feedback.
Who's got the 3 shamblers in their deck?
I think
there's
Ben?
a few of them around.
Yeah, well,
You mean
Hawk is
who's
one of them.
queuing
Yeah,
into who's queuing into?
And I know I got beaten by 2 of them in round 2 from David.
Oh, okay.
One of them was in a heart tree lane.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Disgusting.
insane.
Yeah, I wound up having an actual just hard removal for it eventually, but
Yeah.
then he played level 2.
Oh no. Yeah.
So that's Scuba Toe. Yeah, plays that all the time.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know I have a deck that has a Betrayer Darkheart in the same deck as a Heart Tree, and that is fun when it's just like, oh, every spell that I play continue to grow this Darkheart, but then like you said, they just have the one piece of removal, and it's like all that work for nothing.
Yeah, but then you play level 2.
That's it. That's true. That's very true. I think I've gotten like over 100 health on a Darkheart before with the level 3 Heart Tree, which that was fun.
Help.
So actually, question for everyone who's here. So obviously the last few events I've been trying to limit it to 3 rounds just to kind of keep it a little quicker. Do people prefer the 3-round events, or do they prefer doing more rounds if there's more players? Is there a preference, or?
Seems not right.
3 rounds, yeah. 3 rounds generally feels pretty good. Especially
letting the undefeated players decide how they want to settle it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure that's because I like some of the weeknights. If it's like it's a work night, sometimes it's just like I can't stay up super late. But like for example, tonight, knowing it's a weekend, like I still knowing it's a holiday weekend, I was like, let me keep it at the 3 rounds just to be safe. But I just wanted to see what people were feeling because
I think there was even a little bit of confusion on one player's part because they thought it was going to go longer, there being more players, but knowing that it's 3 rounds might make it more accessible for some people.
Okay,
right?
cool. That works then. So I'll continue and I'll make sure I advertise that any of the bronze events will stick at 3 rounds, and then anything silver will be equal to the number of players, like kind of thing.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I feel unqualified, but my opinion is always I want more games.
I get that.
I feel like that too, but we can always play after the tournament.
That's also a good point because there's a lot of people sticking around. So that's a really good point.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shocked how quickly we can get through these events now because like this morning's event was 5 rounds and I think it was under 2.5 hours for me from start to finish.
Moved through that.
Yeah.
And that had like 25 or 28 or something.
Yeah.
So it does feel like
many tricky cards.
It feels like maybe that was a starter event and that's why it was a little faster. But it's always surprising how quickly you can blow through these events now. At least compared to the TTS events.
Oh yeah, the digital client definitely speeds things up.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're playing with 3 shamblers, and then you got a clicking game.
Oh, they need to sort out the trigger speed.
Yeah.
I think the shambler it might be worse.
Yeah, well, however you slice it, it's a lot of activations.
That's true. Well, the Stitcher combo specifically, I remember playing against Eli when he did it, like probably right when the client came out when it was still in alpha. And then he had the combo and he was like, oh my God, I got to click it all. And he was like rushing against the clock. And it was honestly really fun on the other side too.
Yeah, that's good. I don't mind that at all.
and then throw in a heart tree to get more triggers.
Oh, I know. So just so everyone's aware. So, basically, so Nate and Scuba Toad, let me know if you agree with this as well. But Nate messaged asking if they could do the final game another day, which is totally fine with me if both of you guys are up for that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the leaderboard up now, and then it's just going to adjust the score between Aaron and Nate, depending on who gets first and second, depending on how their game goes. So I'm going to start the top cut, and then I'm going to do the scoring so everyone else can know how many points they have.
All right.
Top cut. Oh, yeah, so you could continue with the discussion you guys were having now. I just want to let everyone know in case people were sticking around to see the final results.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that's it. But yeah, so if anyone wants to stick around and play a couple more games, like please feel free, especially when we have everyone over here.
Well, there's one who doesn't.
No, I don't know who left, but
He's like, I didn't stick around.
Yeah, that was David, I think.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
If you guys want to play more games, leaves. Just
but
the timing on that.
I'm pretty sure also though, if I'm not mistaken, he's in Australia. So if it's the same,
Yeah, that makes sense. That one is at least fair, even though I'm nocturnal. Like I'm nocturnal enough. I can probably play in the Australia events if I want to.
Do it.
Yep.
Come join us. More the merrier.
I mean, so your tournaments usually start at 5 a.m. for me, and I usually go to bed at around 6 or 7.
Oh no! So what time are you in, or what time zone are you in?
New York.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. You're saying their tournaments. I thought you were saying
Yes.
mine. I'm like, oh my goodness.
No. If I want to play in Australia, I probably can.
That early. Get up at 5.
Yeah, no, I'm nocturnal.
I think I'm gonna head out of here. Thanks for the game.
All right, take it easy.
Nathas, thanks for running everything, mate. Another good one.
No problem. Thanks for joining.
No, pleasure. I picked this game up about a week and a half ago, so I've only got starter decks waiting for stock to come in. So it's really good to be able to see different decks and how people play them and get a feeling for it. So appreciate you guys putting it on and having us in.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining. I'm excited that you're starting this game because I remember this game is so exciting right when you get started because there's so many cool options and stuff. So do you have product coming in? Because I know you're also in Australia, right?
Yeah, correct. So I ordered product 6 days before we had public holidays, and the place I ordered from is 2 hours away, and it finished up after 6 days being further away than where it started.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
So hopefully you get your stuff like real soon.
Just shipping things.
Yeah, so I'm hoping during the week I'll get some stuff and then find a second mix.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm definitely excited to see what you got when you open it.
Excellent. Well, thanks guys for having us. I'm talking to Bryce who looks after the Australian side of it, trying to arrange some different times that might suit you guys to drop in and play in our tournaments as well. So get your eye out and we'll see what we can arrange.
Awesome. Good stuff.
All right, boys, enjoy the rest of the night. Enjoy the Easter break, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Cheers.
See you.
All right. And I'm almost done doing the leaderboard stuff. So that'll be ready in like about a minute or so.
Cool. I'm down to jam some more games if anyone else is.
Sure.
Before I do this.
Shall we fight then?
Yeah, we can get something started.
You're at least someone I already know.
I just use the decks we used tonight.
All right. So the leaderboard is updated.
Here we go.
So it looks like we have 3 new people who qualified. I just now have to identify who they are after the pivot table is updated. Huh?
Did I qualify?
Shut up. You've already been qualified. So we have, let's see. So I have to like basically take a screenshot before, and then so Colin is qualified.
Hey.
Congratulations. Graydon has qualified. Congratulations. And then Aaron has qualified as well. So good stuff. And then it looks like we have a lot of people with 4 points and a few people with 5. So I guess, well, Hellkite, I don't know if he would join this weekend, but he technically might be able to make it if he were placed if I did something tomorrow. And then between Bryce, Kyle Peach, David Dixon, Warren Baker, and Rusty are all kind of within the realm, which is good to see. So yeah, that's updated.
And how high would they have
to,
How high would they have to place to qualify it in the event?
It depends on how many people. So I guess if there were 8 people, they would need to get first or second. if there were 16 players like today, you would have to get first, second, third, or I think maybe fourth. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Yeah, so top 4 would do it with this many players.
That would get them 2 points. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Awesome. So I just need to step away from the computer for like 5 minutes or so, just to go get some water and stuff. But if anyone wants to play a game after the fact, let me know, and I'll be happy to play a game or two before I go to bed.
Yeah, I'm in.
Right on.
All right, and anyone who tuned in today, thank you so much for joining and watching this event. It was nice to get back on and play and kind of do a little bit of streaming because it's been a little while. My hope is that if there's enough people, I might run something tomorrow just to help a couple people try to qualify for the event. But congratulations to Weekend and Scuba Toad for coming in top 2. And then I'll make a post for Discord to show everybody who has joined the invitational. So we're getting a pretty large group, which is nice. And it was, again, really good to see how many players played tonight. So this was just a really fun event, and definitely excited to see how things continue to grow as we continue on with SolForge. So I think we're at a really good time in the game where a lot of people are entering, and there's just been a lot of really good games. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.